Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about my most reached for products in February. So there's a mix of some new things and some old things. Also, you may have noticed that the window is behind me again. I've just been getting a lot of requests over the past few months to switch it back to this view. And the whole reason I switched it in the first place was just because I felt like my camera was struggling a little bit with the light coming in behind me. So I felt like the camera quality was a little sharper and crisper looking the other direction with the window in front of me. But if you guys do like this, let me know down below and I'll keep it this way, at least for now. I do like to switch it up every once in a while though. So anyway, let's jump into some of my favorite products for February. I'm also going to be doing my ranking video probably on Sunday coming up, where I talk about all the things I tried in February and rank them from best to worst or worst to best. So we will be talking about things that didn't do so well, but these are just the products that I kind of had on repeat last month, and I was just constantly reaching for them over and over, or like multiple days in a row. So let's start out with palettes. And the first one that I was using so much is the Wild Nothing palette from Colourpop. I don't know if it's just because this color story is very spring-like to me, and I'm just in that kind of a mood now where I'm done with winter and I want to get into spring, and I just feel like wearing more spring-like colors, whether it's my clothes or my makeup. And this one is just so soft and pretty, and I really love just these peachy tones that are in here, and also this pop of green is absolutely gorgeous. There's also some neutrals in this palette as well. So this has just kind of been the palette that I've been reaching for on an everyday basis when I'm not filming. Another palette that I've been using a lot, and actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today, is the Club Nebula palette from Collidos. And this one, it's a little bit more colorful, so it's not necessarily always going to be my cup of tea to wear a really colorful eye. Usually I'm reaching for something more like this, but the reason that I've been using this one is A, because I just got it and I've been playing around, and these days I'm not going anywhere, so I feel like if I mess up my eyeshadow or I make it look terrible, it's not really a big deal. Nobody's going to see it anyway. And for me, it is really fun to play with color, and I've actually been coming up with so many beautiful combos, especially with just like two colors in this palette. For example, the one that I'm wearing today, I'm just wearing this pale gray and then this white shade, which actually turns blue. It's a gorgeous duochrome, so really what you're seeing is the blue. It's so stunning, and just these two shades together make such a simple and beautiful eye look. Another combination I've really been loving is this peachy matte shade with this green sparkle on the lid. Those two colors together are a magical combination. Also, this purple shade, I'll usually do this deep purple in the inner corner, or sorry, outer corner, and then I'll put this purple shimmer on the lid, and this one's just really sheer. So it's such a pretty toned down kind of a look, and it's a way to wear color without going crazy or making it too bright or too heavy. So I've just been loving these two color combinations with this palette, and I think the formula is outstanding as well. Collidos always does such a fantastic job on both formula, packaging, presentation. It's just the whole package. They've really just become one of my favorite brands these days. So I've been having a lot of fun just playing with this palette. And then another one that I've really been reaching for a lot is this Makeup Geek quad. I did a whole video on these, and I did a look with each of the three quads that I got. And this one is the Tickled Pink quad. So this is the one that's, I think, just the most neutral and everyday sort of colors. The other two that I got, one was purple and one was green. So I kind of have to be in the mood to wear either a purple eye or a green eye to reach for those. But this one is kind of more like an everyday palette. So I've been using this one the most, especially because when I'm in the mood for color, I've just been using Club Nebula. So this one is just really gorgeous as well. If you didn't see that video, definitely check it out. I just loved the way the eye looks came out, and I was really a big fan of this formula. And one other thing that I have been using lately on my eyes as well as just sort of a one and done shadow is this one by Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Oyster Pearl. And this is a cream shadow, but it is so quick and easy to use. Just again, if I just need to get out of the house, if I have to run an errand, or if I go see my in-laws who live down the street and I just want to keep it really casual and not do like a full face of makeup, This is so beautiful. The color, first of all, is gorgeous. It's so super smooth. It lasts all day. And it's just one of those products where I just dab my finger in, pat it on my lid, blend it, and I'm good to go. And it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but I think these are just such a great formula. And I think the colors are so beautiful. So it's one of those things that is worth the price for me. And then also when it comes to mascara, I think the first half of the month, I was really using this one a bunch. This is the Makeup Geek Extension Effect mascara. I also used this in that Makeup Geek video that I did, and I love how my lashes come out. I love the brush on this one. I think it gives you such big lashes, but no clumps or flakes, no smudging under my eyes. I just thought this formula was amazing. It gave me tons of length, tons of volume. It was also a pretty reasonable price. I want to say it's around $12. So definitely worth picking up if you're planning on ordering anything from Makeup Geek. I think give it a try. It's really, really good. But then around, I think it was last week, I got a package from Doll 10 and they sent this one. It's the Lash Remedy Transforming Peptide Mascara. So this is actually a mascara and lash serum in one. So I've really been using this every single day because I want to see over the course of a month if it does help my lashes to grow. For some reason, I've had a lot of hair loss lately and hair falling out, and also I feel like my lashes aren't growing as much, and I don't know if it's something hormonal or what the story is, but I've always historically had really long lashes to begin with, so I've been a little bummed about that lately, and I was actually thinking of going out and purchasing a lash growth serum, but with this having it in it already, I decided I would just try this and see what happens. So I actually filmed a demo using this on YouTube stories and also on Instagram stories. I'm not sure if the YouTube ones are still up. The Instagram ones are gone already. They only last 24 hours, but the YouTube ones stay up for a while. So they might still be on stories if you want to check that out. But I was so impressed with right off the bat how big this makes your lashes. It really like blew my mind how much of a false lash look it actually gave me. So I'm very happy just with the instant results of this, and then we'll see how it works out once I've used it for a while. So I will keep you updated on this one, but so far really, really loving it. For brows, I'd say the product I'm just using the most is the Jason Wu Groomed by Mr. Wu, which is a terrible name for a brow product, but I just really love this one. I love the formula. This color is perfect. I believe it's the second shade, which is medium brown, but it's like the perfect grayish brown, kind of ashy tone, which I am always looking for when it comes to brow products since my brows have that tone to them. And I feel like that is a very rare thing to find. So I was very happy to see this pencil pop up at Target. I also did a video last month on the Jason Wu line at Target. So if you missed that one, I'll go ahead and link it up above in case you want to check that out as well. Next, when it comes to complexion products, there's really two things I've been reaching for a lot. The first thing is the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. This is just such a beautiful foundation. It's really, really lightweight, and it's also very light coverage. So if you like a little bit more full coverage, you probably aren't gonna like this one, but that's just me these days. I really, again, I live a very casual life. I don't go into an office. I think back when I was working full time, I probably would wear something a little more full coverage than this, and this would have been like my weekend foundation. But now that I'm home all the time, this is just a perfect everyday foundation because it just evens out my skin tone. It looks natural. It looks exactly like my skin, and it covers enough, you know? It doesn't cover everything, but I think it just makes me look a little more put together, and I just, even if I'm not going anywhere, I do like to just put on a little makeup and just feel like I got ready for the day. So this has just been amazing, and I love how it doesn't cling to dry patches and it doesn't sink into fine lines, and it just, like I said, it looks really natural. It looks just like your skin. And another foundation that is just as easy to use, and I actually just did a video on this. It was my last video that went up. It's the Covergirl Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder. I just got this last week, but I've been using this one every single day now because it is simply amazing. And definitely if you want to see more in depth on it, watch that video of mine. I'll link it above because I actually did a demo of it in natural lighting so you could really see what it looked like. And I am not a powder person because I have very dry skin and usually every powder looks terrible on me, but this one just was so smoothing and it just made my skin look airbrushed, yet it feels so lightweight and really it feels like you're wearing nothing on your face. It had amazing coverage, and I don't don't even think they're marketing this as a powder foundation. I think it's just supposed to be like a powder, but it gave me a really solid medium coverage. It covered everything that I wanted it to. So I think this is going to be awesome heading into the spring and summer in the more humid months when I don't necessarily feel like wearing a liquid. So if you've been looking for a new powder foundation, definitely check this one out. It's a great drugstore option. And when it comes to concealer, I'm still using the same one that I always use, which is the JOAH Truly Yours Dark Circle Concealer. I have it in the shade Porcelain, which I think is the lightest shade. And I love this concealer so much. I know those of you who watch my channel all the time already know this, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But if you're new to my channel and you haven't heard me talk about this, this is just the most beautiful concealer. It's so smoothing in the under eye area, and it's very lightweight, but great coverage at the same time. It just really brightens everything up, and it doesn't settle into fine lines, which is definitely something I'm looking for now that I'm over 40. So it's just an overall amazing concealer at a great price. Next, when it comes to blushes, there's a couple that I've just been reaching for a lot. The first one is again from Makeup Geek. It's the Spellbound Blush, and I had gotten this one when I got the quads, so I did feature it in that video. I wore it in the video, and it's just the most stunning color. I love it so much. It's a perfect nude pink blush that I think really goes with anything, whether you have a cool tone look. I could have worn it with this eye look today easily, or I could wear it with something a little bit more warm toned. I think it's just fell out of the pan. I think it's just a really versatile blush color, and I love the formula too. It's very soft and velvety and blends like a dream. So loving this one a lot. Another blush I've been reaching for a lot is the Flower Beauty Flower Pots blush in Peach Primrose. And the reason I've been choosing this one a lot is because I've been wearing the Wild Nothing palette, and in this palette there's so many peachy tones, and usually I'm putting like a peachy color in my crease at the very least, if not on my lid too. And this peach just goes so well with it. These pair beautifully together. So this is just something I've found myself reaching for every time I use this palette, because I think it's just like the perfect companion blush. Another blush I find myself reaching for all the time is from Milani, and it's the Cheek Kiss blush in the shade Nude Kiss. This is another one that I just think is so versatile. I'm wearing this one today on my cheeks, and actually I topped it with the Flower Beauty one, so I'm wearing both of them. But this one, it's just a perfect nude blush. So again, if you're looking for something that goes with absolutely anything that you could be wearing on your eyes or lips, I think this one is perfect. So overall, this is another really versatile one. Plus, I love the formula of these. Even though they're a cream blush, they're not sticky, and they dry to a powdery finish as soon as you put them on your cheeks. So they blend really easily, and they don't mess up your foundation underneath. So this is just really awesome. I do have it in all of the colors that they make, but I find myself reaching for Nude Kiss the most. All right, so the next step, I have started to wear bronzer again, and usually there's a period between the fall and the winter when I really don't reach for bronzer very often, but now I'm starting to get into it again, just being more in that spring type frame of mind. And the bronzer that I usually grab the most is the Flower Beauty Heatwave Luminous Bronzer in the shade Sunrise L1, and that's just because it is the perfect shade for me. It's a little bit more on the rosy side. It's not super warm or orangey, but it does have a little bit of pink to it, which is the color that my skin naturally turns in the sun. So I love that it warms up my face. It's not super cool tone like a contour. You definitely get that warmth from it, but it's not too warm for me, which I really, really love. And I also love that it's a baked formula because it just sits really nicely on my skin and it doesn't look powdery or chalky or cakey. So this is an amazing bronzer. Definitely check out this color if you're more fair or pink tone like I am. They do have another one as well that I think is a little bit warmer too. And then last, when it comes to lip products that I've been reaching for a lot, the first one I have to talk about is from Tarte. It's actually from their Sugar Rush line, and I did a video on this as well last month, and this was one of the standout products from that line. It is so good. It's called the Best Bud Butter Lip Balm, and this is in the rose shade. They also do make a lighter pink, which I think goes on mainly clear, and I keep meaning to get that one to wear at night because this is basically the best overnight lip treatment I have ever tried. And unfortunately, this one has a little bit of color to it, or not unfortunately, it's good to wear during the day, but if you're gonna wear something at night, it has more of a rosy tint and it can get on your pillowcase and stuff like that. So I definitely have to get on ordering that clear version for night. But this is the best lip balm I have ever used. It's better than a lot of my high-end stuff. I think it's only like 12 bucks, but it has not only all of these really rich hydrating butters, but it also has lactic acid, so it exfoliates your lips at the same time. And every day when I wake up, my lips are just so soft and smooth, and it's really been a lifesaver. The past month that I've had it, we have had some super cold nights getting down into the single digits where like the heat just runs nonstop, and it's really dry in here. But this has saved my lips. I've also been using it on my son at night when he's sleeping, when he doesn't realize it, because he would never let me put this on him during the day. But I just put a little bit on his lips while he's sleeping, and his lips are not chapped anymore either, which is a miracle because he always has chapped lips during the winter time. So I love this so much. I think it's the best lip balm ever. It also smells amazing. I forgot to mention that. It smells like cake batter or something. It just, you want to eat it. It smells so good. Next up, also, I've been loving these new e-balms from Persona. The one that I'm wearing today is Meditate, and this is the one that I like the best, I think, just because it's like the perfect nude lip for every day. Again, just when you're around the house and you just want to put a little something on. I know we're all wearing masks out everywhere, so there's kind of no point to wearing lip products when you're going out. But not only is this color beautiful, I also love the formula. It's just so much more hydrating than a lot of other tinted lip balms that I have. It's also very smoothing on your lips. It just feels so smooth. It's not sticky. I absolutely love it. So this is what I wear usually when I want more of a nude lip, or if I'm wearing something a little bit more warm. And also I paired this today with my Kokie lip liner in the shade Warm Nude. This is another one you guys have heard me talk about on repeat here on my channel, but I just love this color so much, and this lip liner is so affordable and it's really creamy, so I usually line my lips with it and then just fill them in, and then maybe just top it with a balm or a clear gloss even, because this color is beautiful on its own as well. And it's just something that I use when I want a really quick and easy nude lip. But if I want something warmer toned or more peachy, I've really been loving this one from e.l.f., and this is their Sheer Slick lipstick in Golden Pear. This one is so pretty. It's this really warm peachy color, so it goes really nicely with warmer tone makeup looks if you have warm tones on your eyes and cheeks. I really like that it's sheer, so it's a little bit softer. I don't normally go for a bold lip, so usually I'm just grabbing products like this. And then when I want something more cool toned, I usually pull out this Perfect Pout lipstick from Flower Beauty in the shade Blush Rose. This color is like the perfect rosy lip. It reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury Superstar lips in Pillow Talk. It has that same really thick and cushiony plush feel to it, and it gives you a little bit of shine as well. It's not super glossy, but it definitely adds that really pretty dewy look to your lips. So I've been loving this one as well. I usually pull this out when I'm wearing purple on my eyes, sometimes when I'm wearing green or blue, although I feel like blue or green, you can either wear a cool toned rose color like this, or you can wear something more peachy like I did today. I think blue and green kind of go either way, but usually when I'm wearing purple, I usually like to keep my cheeks and my lips cooler toned as well. I don't know why. Purple probably goes well with peachy tones also, but for some reason, this is just my go-to lipstick whenever I wear purple. So anyway, guys, that is everything. Those are my favorites for the month of February, and just the products that I was reaching for over and over again. So I will definitely do this video again next month, and we'll see which products I was trying in March and whether some of these are the same or I'm rotating things around or whatever. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I appreciate it so much. And also, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below if you've been using any of these same products as well, or just what you've been loving in the month of February. I love hearing your thoughts. Also, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care. Bye.